This is a complete set of 2014 basketball, all of the Kabooms.
Correct.
Second year ever of Kaboom, I believe,
correct.
right?
That's correct.
And you've got a complete set.
Yeah.
You had this at the National, and you were selling it there.
Right.
So obviously you didn't sell it yet.
Well, making sure I sell to the right person, sure.
Am I the right person?
I believe you are, Geoff.
That's what we're going to find out, Ian. Am I the right person? So talk to me about this set.
It's a really rare thing that you're trying to put together here. You can't buy these online. 90% of them you just don't find. It took me 2 years to put it together.
Wow.
So it's a labor of love.
The population on a lot of these is like the total population is very low.
It's very, very low. They
Back
range.
Today, you can find the Kabooms from the last few years quite a bit easier.
Correct.
Because they printed a lot more.
That's right.
But back in 2014,
the print ones were a lot
they
shorter.
were actually much more rare than they are today.
Yep.
I'm actually curious to look up the pop count on a couple of these just to kind of prove that point out.
Great.
Let's pick a random one.
Okay.
Let's pick like we got Dwight Howard here, right?
There you go. Grab it.
So that's a PSA 8 of Dwight Howard. 5 have ever been graded a PSA 8, and only 2 have ever been graded a 9 or a 10.
Correct.
That's crazy. 7 total have ever been graded by PSA at an 8, 9, or 10 level. That tells you why, when you're saying you don't see these show up on the market very often, that's
Never.
why.
That's
There's
right.
only 7 of those out there that are in a PSA slab in an 8, 9, or 10, right? So that's the challenge to collecting a set like this.
It really is. It's about 10 pop on every single one of them in any grade.
Yeah.
10 to 12 on an average, maybe.
Yeah. It would be cheating for me to buy the whole set all at once instead of building it, but I don't got the time.
It's okay. Nor do you want to spend
searching
2
for the
years.
next 2 years
Makes
trying to
sense.
find every single one of these
Makes
cards.
Makes sense.
So, you save me some time here if I were to get this. So talk to me about, price here. What are we talking about?
The comp value that we have is $54,700 total comp value. I'm asking $60,000 for it.
So you want about a $6,000 premium for putting it together.
$5,000 to $6,000.
$5,000 to $6,000 premium.
It's about $100 a card. But the fun part about that is, if you look at the trend on the market on these cards, they're growing month over end. I would say about $100 a card, roughly. So if that theme continues, you earn $5,000 for all 50 cards every other month. So that's when I first started collecting. This complete set was $29,000. Now it's $54,000. Just to give you an idea, in 18 months.
Yeah, the market's been moving for sure.
Moving around pretty good, yeah.
All right, let me look up the price of some of the higher value cards in this, and let's see what those look like. So let's start with this Steph Curry here. So that one, somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,500 or so for that card in the 9.
It moved down a little bit too. It was up a little bit higher maybe a year ago, but
yeah, there actually was a sale of that at $3,500.
Correct.
A while back.
And if you look here, you'll see on the spreadsheet Steph Curry.
$2,500. Okay. Near comp value. Let's look at the LeBron. That's one of maybe the biggest card out of all of these.
It's the biggest card. It is.
Yeah. Last sale I see that was $6,500.
$6,500.
Okay. Check the Kobe. You got the Kobe in a 9.
Yes, sir.
$4,500 most recent sale. $3,500 right before that. That $4,500. I wonder that one wasn't paid for.
Yeah, I haven't really updated the.
It might be 30. It might be 30. Yeah, there were a couple in a row that were right at $3,500. What's the next most valuable one? We got a Shaq. We got a Tim Duncan, Larry Bird.
KG, Larry Bird.
Larry Bird might be that.
Market movers. See what we got.
All right, so you're seeing a sale of $1,250 on it. Okay, cool.
And Geoff, you're looking to trade, right?
Yeah. Are you open to doing trade on it?
Yeah, I'm easy with that stuff.
Let me pull some cards out and see, because that's a big question. If I've got the cards on me today that you would want to, potentially do a trade for this. I do have some nice ones.
That's really nice. That's sick. Look at that. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's a nice card too. I'm a Kaboom guy, so that makes sense to me. I love Kobe. Wow. That is insane. That's also disgusting. You're from Atlanta.
Yeah. Trae Young's not getting much love these days.
Got it.
Sadly.
That's really cool too. Rookie autograph.
That's a rookie auto.
That's really sick. That's nice. I just sold this card. It's a great card. Wow. That's really Geoff, these cards are amazing. This is what the hell? 10-10?
Yeah, that's super low pop in a 1010. I think it's like around pop 15, 16, something like that in a 1010.
These cards are amazing.
Numbered.
So out of these so far, I like these.
Okay.
I think that's 7, 14, 22,000 of cards.
So it'd leave us a pretty big differential on cash.
So far.
But that gets it at least down somewhat.
If you have other cards, I can take smaller cards too.
I got smaller cards, but I got some smaller stuff too. Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't make up the difference. It's probably an exercise in futility, but I'd let you like build up.
I'm fine doing some cash.
Okay.
But I would like to try to get to the point where maybe
It's
we're
offset,
we're a little bit more than that. But
Not a problem.
We can see. There's a few more there.
Great. Yeah, so all this kind of stuff works for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I can take as much of that as you have.
Good liquid stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the pile of stuff that you're potentially interested in.
So far, yeah.
Okay, and so you want to go through that. I'm gonna take a minute to look at your spreadsheet.
Sure.
And kind of get comfortable with comps.
Yeah.
You want to go through that and see, what makes sense from your end.
Let's do it.
I've got those. Those are stickered at kind of a trade value. I could work with you a little bit on it. So
no problem. The biggest card that I think you might have an issue with, if I'm gonna help steer you in that direction, is this Magic Series Premium on this card.
Why is that?
That's the only one that they ever made for Magic Johnson, and I don't know if it's ever even.
Oh, really?
It doesn't come up for sale. You never see it.
Interesting.
It's super rare card. It's probably the rarest card in the set.
I don't see much on that at all.
You're not going to. You can't buy 90% of this as it is.
Right.
But you're never going to find a Magic Johnson. Never. Yeah, none of these are extremely off. I mean, you're under 10% threshold. Like it's all there. It's all there, right?
Yeah.
Nothing I would make a big fuss about. This is an interesting card.
Yeah, there's only one seller that I could find that was a SGC Authentic that was really beat up.
Right. Okay.
I probably have a little more room on that one.
Yeah.
It's a hard one to
I would
price.
imagine. Yeah.
I put it a little bit high because this one, people stop and look at this one all the time.
It's an amazing card.
Because of the silver ink auto and all that kind of stuff. That one, I've never seen a 10 sell.
Right.
A 9 sold.
26.
You got a couple of 9 sales, so I kind of put a multiplier on it.
Yeah,
but I can work on it a little bit.
Okay.
So I've been going through the spreadsheet. By the way, super helpful.
Thank you.
Yeah, he put together a spreadsheet of all of the recent sales of all of these cards so you get a sense. A lot of them look spot on.
Thank you.
You did a good job. I've seen a few here and there where there's a sale that's down a bit, from recent, but
okay.
It's nothing egregious.
Okay.
The Tim Duncan 2014 Kaboom PSA 9. You had that one on your list at 1,100. And there was a sale of that one earlier this month for 610.
Oh, is that
so
right?
That one was off about $500.
Oh, wow.
But a lot of the others look like they were.
Okay.
So I'm sure there's probably a couple here.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure there is.
But what are you kind of looking at here with the cards?
Yeah. So all the comps look really close. This I think is probably closer to the 5, 6. The 9s are doing 26. So you're gonna double that.
Right.
Right. And then wind up in the 5 area, 5 to 6 range.
Yeah.
To be polite. 1136, 1150. That's 12. Basically the same thing, like 11. It's basically all there. I think the differential is going to be about $1,000 if you added it up, but not a big deal again.
Okay.
So we're kind of in the same boat. Maybe 21 here.
Okay.
I have to dig it a little bit more into these.
Okay.
But we can kind of figure that out together.
All right, let me just add these up real quick and kind of see what I had these stickered out.
I'm not sure if you want to take this one back or not, but I'm looking at it maybe for authentic to 33.
Right.
SGC in November. I think Kobe's market's up a little bit since last November. So I'm thinking this is maybe closer to 4 to 4,500.
Okay.
8.
The authentic.
Authentic would be less.
It was something was wrong with it. It was.
Oh,
I think it's altered.
Damage.
Was it altered? Yeah, it's altered. That's why.
Oh, it's altered.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. That's a big deal.
So that's why.
So probably brings this up to like closer to 5, maybe.
Yeah, I'd be willing to probably play ball on that one at around 5.
Think so? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good with this. You said 21 for that pile. I think I'd want 21.5, and our only main difference is just that card.
No problem. It's easy.
So I think if we could do 21.5 on this,
Done.
I would be good with that pile.
Done.
You feel comfortable at 5 on that? I don't mind taking it back if you say no, because I can move that. I get so much interest on that card.
It's a really sick card, really is. I would probably take it in the trade and then probably do less for somebody else wanting to buy it. But that's not going to hurt me if we do what we said we're going to do, because I'm still going to be above the comp value.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to get done. So I don't see that being a big problem. But if you have other stuff that I can look at.
Well, let's see here. What about that one? That one's hard because it's a white box 101.
It is.
I can move some on it.
Yeah,
you know,
it was tough for me when I looked at it. This one's good. I think this one's going to be tough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I'm looking at it to 49. I know it's obviously black box to 49, sapphire to whatever that color pattern is, but it's a 3 color. It's a 9, and it did that yesterday.
There were 2 white box 1-of-1s of 2020 from different years.
Okay.
So that was the other. That was the other year.
Is that sealed?
That's factory sealed, and that one did 2,000 on eBay.
Okay.
So this off season, his market's ticked up a little bit.
Sure, yeah, sure. Football in general is up, yeah.
Yeah, you know, so that's kind of 3 is obviously high on it.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'd be willing to come down on it to like 2,300.
Okay, that's fine.
Is that fair?
Yeah, that's fine.
So that puts us at about $28,800 in trade.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's about right.
Let me pull out a couple of more cards.
Yeah, let's do that.
And if this deal goes through, I'm really gonna have to reload my card inventory because he's taking a lot of my cards in my box that I'm trying to shop around and trade.
Cole Anthony Flawless, that's nice. Darius Garland, I like that, that's 5. That's cool as hell. We're taking that and that. 6, we've got 11, 14, 17, 21, and 20, let's call this 2,500. College, that. I don't do a lot of baseball.
Right.
Jackson's pretty cool though.
So we're currently at 31.3 trade with these piles over here.
Okay.
That one's kind of impossible to know. I put it high. I haven't seen one sell in a while unless you find something.
Yeah.
355 is the alt value.
About the value. This came out at 6.
I think I'll keep the Acuna.
Okay.
I like the card a lot.
I love it.
And you know, an Atlanta guy, gold out of 10. I think I'll keep that one.
I think you're a little light on this one.
Yeah, that one. He's
it's
back.
675 last sale.
Yeah.
So it's probably like a $700
Appreciate
card
it.
right now.
He got called back up, so his market's gone back up again.
So 1,300 here.
Okay. So you were only 600 on the Josh Allen.
That's what I saw. But if you see something differently, let me know.
Okay. What do you do? 1,400?
Would you say 14?
I said 1,400 instead of 1,300 for the 2 cards.
That's fine. So now, Jeff, before we move on, I got a question for you.
Yep.
If we get to 60,000 in trade value, my yield point's going to be different once I sell them, right? So does that mean that we exceed? Because it's not a cash deal at 60. The yield of it is going to be closer to the 55, and I want to try to achieve or recognize the 60. Yeah. So is there a way we can get that done to protect myself against yielding 54 or whatever the case may be?
Yeah. So you want to try to get 60 total value.
That's what I'm trying to get out of it. Because if I don't, then I'm just shooting myself in the foot. I'd be better off selling them individually. I could just ask more.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Because I was thinking if I'm putting in, like, obviously 60 is a premium over.
It is
what the sets, what the cards are actually worth. So if you were to sell them individually, you would get closer to comp value.
I would not. I would ask way more. I'll give you an example. Sure. At the National, I had an extra of the Dwayne Wade. That card comps at like $800-900, whatever it is. I sold it for $2,000 because of the rarity.
Right.
So there's a couple cards in here that I paid way more than the comp value, which is why I'm asking the additional to recover all of those expenses and the painstaking process of trying to locate and find these cards. They're just not available. Yeah, I think the differential we're talking about is like $2,000 or $3,000.
Yeah.
So that's what I would like to try to get done.
So I would have been totally fine with that if you were pricing these, you know, if you were pricing the set around comps, but obviously you took an extra like $6,000 markup, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. It's like an extra $100 a card. So if the card comes at 7, I would ask 8.
Right.
And all 50 cards would give me an extra 5,000.
Right.
And that's easily attainable. Not to make it difficult.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'd have trouble with some of the cards on the trade side. I'd have trouble going down kind of an extra 10%. Because like cards like the Tua Gold, for example, where we put it at like 5,500 essentially.
Sure.
Like I think I could find somebody, because then we're knocking all these down another 10%.
I get it, yeah.
Now we're down sub $5,000 on that card. I really think I could sell that card for over that.
So where are we right now? Let's just see where we're at.
Trade value of 32.7.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You wanted to be at 60.
60.
Actual value.
If I add how much I'm into like 57 change.
I felt comfortable doing, I was comfortable with the 60.
Yeah.
I would be willing to do $27,300 in cash, plus the $32,700 in trade. It gets you to your $60,000 total value.
It does. My yield's gonna be 57. That's okay. I'm gonna fall short of my goal. It's about what I have into it in terms of like the additional value of the card. I didn't buy this at discount, right? Nobody was selling. So I would say if you could just get that to, let's say 27.3.
I said 27.3, yeah.
So like 28 maybe.
28 cash?
Yeah. That way it gives me a little bit of room to play with on the yield side of things.
Okay.
And I would be okay with myself at that point.
Okay. Give me 1 minute to think about it.
Of course.
Okay, can I take 1 second?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So I have to step away just to think about this and make sure that I'm doing the right thing, because this is a big money deal. We're talking about a $60,000 deal if I accept his offer. So where we're at right now is I've got over $30,000 worth of cards, like I think it was $32,700 worth of cards that I would be trading into him. And I'm happy to trade a lot of those cards. Some of those cards I've had for a little bit longer. Some of those cards are football cards. We got the start of the season around the corner, and it's sometimes dangerous to have high-end football cards going into the football season in case your players get injured or that kind of thing. So this is good timing for me to get out of some of the cards like the Tua Gold Kaboom, the Joe Burrow 1 of 1 that I have in there, a high-end Josh Allen I had in there. So timing-wise, I like trading that bulk of cards. So then the question comes down to, am I willing to put in $28,000 worth of cash, which is what we just talked about. Here's the thing. As I think about what sports cards from this era are going to be valuable in 20 or 30 years, you really have to think about that. That's a tough question, because there are so many cards of all of these modern athletes being printed. And what are the cards that are actually going to maintain value in the long term? And in my opinion, it's probably Kabooms. It's probably some of the short prints. You could argue Downtowns, maybe some of the others like Color Blasts, and of course some of the numbered Prism stuff or National Treasure stuff, or numbered Topps Chrome and Bowman. I think a lot of that stuff's going to be good down the road. Topps Dynasty, some of that stuff. But Kabooms in particular. No one can predict the future, but I think that's a pretty good chance in taking. And the opportunity to get a complete 2014 set, that is a rare opportunity indeed. So I think I've talked myself into it. I think I'm going to lay down the $28,000 and that trade, and we're going to get this deal done. All right, Ian, I took a couple minutes. I wanted to think about it because this is a huge deal.
Okay.
This is a $60,000 deal.
Yeah.
And let's do it.
Okay.
You got a deal, Ian.
Thank you very much.
$28,000 in cash, plus a ton of beautiful cards to trade. But you know what? This collection, this Kaboom collection, I'm going to hold on to this for a long time.
I expect you will.
Yeah, I will. This is a collector's collection. I'm super excited to get a complete early Kaboom set.
I really am.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And thank you for all the hard work you put into building this set over the last couple of years.
I'll come visit it when you put it out for display in a couple
You got it. This is going to make an amazing display. Maybe we can put this on display at Cards HQ. It would be really cool for people to come see, but it's not for sale. It's not for sale. It's going to be mine for a long time. Ian, Top Line Sports Cards.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for doing the deal.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Oh man, that was so unbelievably, incredibly fun, and I could not be more thrilled to get that entire set of Kaboom cards. I'm going to hold on to those for a very long time. But guess what? When I walked away from the table, I checked my phone. I had a text message from the dealer yesterday, Dave, where I did that big LeBron, Michael Jordan autograph trade with him. He said that he's got something at his booth that I must go over there and see right away. He said he knows I'm going to love it. So I'm going to head over there next. Maybe there's another big deal forthcoming. But first, I got to check in with my boys here at Cards HQ. This is our Cards HQ booth here at Fanatics Fest. It looks like these guys are busy buying. What's up, everybody?
Hi.
What's up, man? How's it going, Ryan?
Going well.
Yeah? You guys hustling with lots of deals?
We're doing a deal with one of your biggest fans right now.
Well, I like this guy. How you doing? What's your name?
Matthew.
Matthew. Hey, smile for the camera. You're in a Sports Card Investor vlog right now. There you go. Awesome. I hope you get a good deal done, all right? Good to see you, man. Good to see you, Ryan. All right, we're on our way. We got more deals to do. Let's go. All right, so I'm walking over to David's booth right now to see what that card he has is, but I wanted to stop here real quick at Pristine Auction because they're sponsoring our coverage of Fanatics Fest, and they've got an awesome deal for you. If you go to pristineauction.com and register right now with promo code FFNYC, you're gonna get $20 free in your account that you can use towards any of their auctions, and that's a big deal because they auction tons of cards and memorabilia for all budget levels every single day. Check them out right now, pristineauction.com, promo code FFNYC. Oh man, look at this. Oh wow, look at these. Look at these guys. Goodness gracious. Wow, beautiful copies. So you're like me, you like all this Jordan autograph stuff. We got stuff in common here. This is great stuff. So I'm into the vintage on-card autos, and this is a vintage Star Wars on-card auto of a different type. Can I see this one? So this is the original 1977 Star Wars set, the first top Star Wars set ever created. How many of these exist in the world? Do you know what the population count is?
I don't know how many exist. I can look it up to see how many exist.
I can look it up on my phone. So 61 total of this card has ever been autographed by him. 38 are higher. I'm gonna take a look here in Market Movers just to see if I can see any sales history on these. Market Movers tracks, by the way, all kinds of cards. So not just sports cards, but you can look up Star Wars cards, Marvel cards, obviously Pokemon and every trading card game out there. Really any type of card, you can look up the sales price history of it in Market Movers. So I'm gonna see what I can find on this card. Yeah, they come out a little bit. The last one that I see that was a 10, the card's not in as good of a shape, but the last one that I see that was a 10 auto on Probstein did 1525. Yeah. This card looks a little nicer, I think.
Yeah, which matters, but
it does matter. It matters to a degree. One before that with a 9 auto did 1205, but that was a 9 auto on that one.
I mean, I would do it for you for 15 if you wanted to.
You want to do 15 cash on it?
I would do 15.
I would definitely do 15 cash on that. I like that card. That's going to be really cool and add to my collection. Thank you very much. That's awesome. That's cool. Hey, that's a card that I wasn't expecting to pick up at Fanatics Fest, but rightfully so because Topps and Fanatics have really invested in Star Wars and Star Wars cards. So to pick up the original, how it all started back in 1977, autographed, that's a pretty cool way to start a Star Wars collection. All right, David, what is this card that you texted me about?
So I got this card walk up today, and you were the first person that came to mind.
Oh, I immediately see what you're talking about.
Vintage autos are your thing nowadays.
Yes, they are my thing nowadays. I love vintage autos. Pistol Pete Maravich,
Yep.
1970. So that's his rookie card, the Tall Boys from 1970 Topps. Ballpoint pen auto, that's a good auto actually as well.
Going up too, a lot of times they go down on his autographs.
Yeah, these are pretty rare. I've seen a couple of these before where he signed it with a Sharpie and it doesn't look as nice. That's actually a really nice copy of his auto.
Yeah.
So you just picked this up from somebody at the show?
Yeah, so we were negotiating for a little while and we were pretty close, and I thought that, you know, if you were interested, I could probably get me over the finish line.
What would you need from me on this? You know, obviously to make your other deal make sense, and then for you to be able to get your cut of the whole thing, what would you want from me on this card?
I would be pretty firm at 25K.
25K,
Yeah.
Okay. Let me take a look real quick if you don't mind. Let me check. I'm interested in what the population of these is. A lot of these, now he passed away.
At 40 years old.
Yeah, a long time ago, right in the 80s? 88, he passed away.
Had a heart attack on court, actually.
Gosh.
Playing pickup basketball.
Yeah, and somebody who had such a cool career.
Yeah.
Huge college star, so much excitement about this guy. One of a kind in many things that he did.
Yeah. Ball handling was not as popular as it is today.
Yeah.
He was a magician, so.
Yeah, so because he passed away so long ago, my guess is there's not many of these that are signed. Yeah. I love collecting vintage autos, on-card autos like this on vintage cards. But the ones I really like collecting, honestly, are the guys who passed away 10 or more years ago. Back then, it was considered defacing the card,
Yep.
taking the value down to actually for him to sign
Exactly
it.
right. Yep.
I can't comprehend that today. Like
know. It's
people
crazy.
like that, to me that is just kind of
Autographs,
wild.
You know, obviously even pack pulled autographs didn't start until the last 25, 30 years.
Right.
So the idea of signing a card wasn't even a thing until
Right.
then. And then obviously because they didn't exist back then, it's only
Yeah.
a recent phenomenon. But yeah.
Oh, it's real low pop.
Yeah.
13
I know.
total.
Yep.
Wow. So only 13 of this card have ever surfaced at PSA as a card grade and auto grade. Now there could be more out there. There's probably some in Beckett holders and that type of thing, but
I
the
mean,
numbers
it's less than 10 with Beckett.
less than 10 with Beckett. So the total number of these that we think are out there in the world signed,
20 maybe.
yeah,
That are
maybe
graded.
yeah, 20, maybe 30. There might be a few raw ones, who knows? But I mean, it's a low number. It's definitely sub 50 and probably a lot lower than that. And of course, there will never be another one. You know, there will never be another one.
Yep.
And that's one thing I love about these vintage autos is really the scarcity. When you compare something like this, like how many rookie autos does Pete Maravich have compared to, you know, your rookies that came out of the last 5 years in the NBA? I mean, you're literally, it's the difference between like 20 or 30 and like 10,000 in some cases. Like it's an insane difference. And that's what makes this real special to me. Okay, so you said 25,000 is where you want to be on this.
Yep.
All right,
That's where I have to be on this.
where you have to be on this.
Yep.
Understood. Yeah, so I see a couple. Looks like the most recent one on Golden, that was one of the Sharpie signed autos.
24 and a half, right?
24 and a half,
Yeah.
yeah. So 24,400.
People just love the blue ballpoint pens.
Yeah.
It's going up versus down. Just has a great eye appeal on the card too. The centering's better on mine than it was on
is.
that copy.
It is, so it's interesting. This is, with vintage cards, you've always got to do a comparison of what the card looks like versus other sales in the same grade or of the same type, because it's not apples to apples when you're dealing with vintage. And this is a good example. So these are both 1970 tops Pete Maravich on-card autos, and they're both graded authentic. They're just simply authentic auto grades on these cards. So then the question becomes, which one would you rather have, right? So this copy over here, which sold for $24,400 recently at Golden, it's got a Sharpie auto. It's a little bit bolder, but it's also streaky. It's over top of him. The card conditionally, like the corners and the edges are a little bit better, but the card's significantly off center. This copy is a ballpoint pen, which I actually like better. The way that the auto's positioned on the card, I like better as well, going up and to the right. And the card conditionally, the corners are in a lot worse shape, but the centering on it's really good. In my opinion, this copy has a little bit more eye appeal, but I'm curious what you think. To me, if this sold for $24,400, then that probably justifies the $25,000 price on this copy. So there have been some in Beckett holders which sold for less, that sold in the $10,000 to $15,000 range. They were definitely not as nice.
Yeah, the auto. I mean, the cards on the Beckett holders were decent eye appeal, but the autographs just were nowhere in comparison to the quality of this one. So
Yeah, not as good of an autograph, I agree.
yeah.
Yeah,
And
this
for
is
me,
a better
it's like
autograph.
Autograph first, eye appeal second. They both matter, but autograph to me is like
Autograph makes a big
by
difference.
far the most important part of the card.
Oh, so this is interesting. I just found the same card in our Market Movers price database.
Yep.
So this card, I can find it, I found this in Market Movers, so this copy actually sold in 2022, August of 2022, for a little bit over $22,000 at Heritage Auctions. And although much of the card market has dropped in price since 2022, one thing that actually hasn't dropped is vintage on-card
As
autographs.
we discussed yesterday with the Jordan Fleer
In many
market.
cases, these have
Yeah.
gone up since
Exactly.
2022, while most of the card market's gone down.
Right.
So that's kind of an interesting thing. These have been holding their value real well.
Yeah.
From an auto grade perspective, if that were to get auto graded at any point, what do you think that would do auto grade wise?
My guess would be a 9.
Yeah.
The autos, it's complete. The only issue is some of the pen marks on the P and the T. It's subjective, but arguably have a little bit of bubbling. Barely. So
It's a nice auto.
my guess would be a 9.
Yeah, I was thinking it was probably a 9. I don't think it's below a 9.
I don't either.
Yeah, it looks a pretty strong auto. I think 25,000 is a fair price for you to ask on it. I'm okay with the price. The only thing that I would ask is, could we do a majority of it on trade? So I'm not coming out 25,000 on cash.
Sure. I wouldn't do majority of it on trade, but if we were close to half and half, say
Close
like
to half and half?
a 10 and 15 type split,
Okay.
I would consider it for the right stuff.
For the right cards.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me bring out some cards.
Okay.
I would be cool with that if we can agree on obviously trade price.
Sure.
So let me bring out some cards. Come through those. That's kind of price from low to high. All right, so you went straight for some of the iconic cards, it looks like. You pulled out some of my vintage, you pulled out 2 of my Jordans, a Hank Aaron.
If I'm moving vintage, I always like to try to get some vintage back.
Sure.
I'm gonna check really quickly what the 9s are doing with the 8.5 centering.
Okay.
That's okay?
Yeah.
So a BGS 9 with the top 15% sticker eye appeal with 9 centering to 9,600.
Okay.
9 centering to 88. I'd probably say this one's closer to 8,500.
8,500?
Roughly.
Okay.
I see ones with, the last 10 or 12, none of them had 8.5 centering, but the last ones that had 9 centering were between 88 and 95.
Yeah.
So what do you want to be at in cash and trade again? Remind me.
I'd like to be at like maybe 10 cash, 15 trade,
Okay.
if that's possible to work.
So why don't we check this one as well? And in my mind, about 95 here.
I'm in on this card not at 9. I felt like that one's probably 9, not 8,500.
So you would trade it at 9, you're saying?
Yeah.
What do you have on this one?
I think the last 2 sales on that were, I think the last sale was around 4,000, and then there was a sale before that, I think around 3,000, right?
I'm seeing 36, 2750,
Okay.
3240.
Yeah.
What'd you have this one at?
Was 35 the last sale on that?
I see 3120.
3120 was the last sale,
Yeah.
and then I think before that there was one a little
Before
above
that, it was an outlier at
Yeah.
47. That was an SGC.
Right.
And then there was 2995,
Yeah.
3000, 32.
Yeah.
So they're all right around 30.
I had both of those like essentially my sticker price on both of those was 3,500 each, and I can work with you a little bit on that. What if we agreed on those 3, and then I made up the difference in cash?
9.
'Cause that seems like that's going to get us about right.
I don't see these at 7,000. So I'm with
Yeah.
you here at 9.
I hear you.
I'm closer to 6 on the pair.
Okay.
I think that the Aaron has sales anywhere from 2750 to 36, but
Right.
36 was the outlier. They're closer to low 3s. This one's closer to low 3s, so maybe
Yeah.
63 on the pair. I actually think these 3 and 10K are fair, but
I was thinking those 3 at 9,500 in cash.
I think I'm gonna stick 10 firm here.
10 firm cash? Wow.
Yeah,
With those
yeah.
3 cards?
I don't think that I liquidate this at 9. I understand
Okay.
the 9 value. This one's tough with the ink stains too.
Yeah.
As nice of cards as they are, and this one's just such an iconic. Like, you can't find these, so
Yeah. All right.
really thinking here.
Yeah. All right. It's slightly beyond where I want to be, but I have never seen a Pistol Pete Maravich on-card rookie auto at a card show before. Yeah. This is the first one I've ever run across. They sell pretty infrequently. That's a really nice copy. I love vintage autograph cards. Let's do it. Let's do it, David.
Appreciate the deal.
There you go. Let's do it. Okay. All right. Hey, we just gave away some iconic cards. A couple of Jordan rookies and a Hank Aaron rookie. It's a lot to give away. Giving away some cash as well. But I'm getting something even more rare, far more rare than any of those cards. This vintage on-card autograph rookie card, a Pistol Pete Maravich, and it's a card that I'm gonna be real proud of to have in my collection. I'm taking it home, it's going in the vault, and it's never gonna see its way out on the show floor again. It's one I'm gonna hold on to for a very long time. All right, capture this in the vlog here. All right, the only sad thing about me being at Fanatics Fest today is my son Reeves is back home because he's playing in his first 8th grade football game as quarterback. He's trying to win the starting job. So as I'm walking around the show floor, I'm getting video clips of him from my wife. He's gonna line up at quarterback. There's Reeves under center. Check this out. Come on, Reeves. There you go. Yes! Yes, look at that, he made the catch. That is awesome, that is awesome. I am cheering for my son virtually here. Oh, I'm so sad I can't be there with him, and I'm so sad he can't be here with me, but heck Yeah, Reeves, let's go. So this is something completely unique taking place here at Fanatics Fest. Lids and Tops have come together for collaboration. These are player chase boxes. They're mystery boxes of lids, hats, and there's apparently some pretty crazy things you can pull inside these boxes.
Yeah, you got like, so we got a mystery scratch off. You can win World Series tickets, you can win signed memorabilia, you can even win meet and greets for your favorite players. Like the possibilities are endless, and the 3 hats in here are one-of-ones rare, so you won't get them in any other lids.
So these
They're
are
exclusive to this
super
box.
unique
Yep.
hats. I saw one of them signed. I saw that like some people pulled signed hats
Yeah,
out
you
of
get
here.
signed hats.
Wow.
And then, I mean, some of them are already resold on eBay for like $300 per hat. So
And there's baseball cards in here too.
baseball cards
Okay.
rare to this top box.
All right, this is pretty cool. So we're gonna do the unboxing here. Hat number 1. Oh, look at that. Roberto Clemente Pirates. All right, let's check out hat number 2.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, well that's fitting, being here in New York. Wow, check that out with a 52 mantle on the side. Wow, that is an awesome, awesome hat. Oh my gosh, these are super cool.
Oh yeah.
So now, I heard you guys sold out of these already at the show.
We already sold out 2 days in a row, so.
Can people buy these online or go to a lid store?
Next Friday, lidshd.com. Once they're gone for good. So you guys better get these because they already sold out in the pop-up.
All right, here we go, last hat. You guys ready? Mariners, wow, Griffey, we got a Griffey. Wow, look at that, that is cool. Seattle Mariners, Griffey, 20th anniversary Mariners hat. Look at that.
And
That
all
is super
custom
cool.
silk
Oh,
inside.
wow. Really, really nice. So I've also got in here, looks like a pack of Topps Chrome lids cards.
And these are exclusive to this box, so these aren't a regular Chrome card.
Okay. Okay, we got a backwards card. I don't know if that's a good sign or not. We got a Pete Alonso for the Mets.
Nice.
Acuna, bringing that back to Atlanta. That's pretty sweet. And Juan Soto from Topps Chrome.
Oh,
Cool.
nice.
And then the player
yep.
chase scratch and win. All right, we'll give this a shot too. Got the lucky scratch off. Didn't get anything on that. But you know what? That's okay, because this stuff is awesome. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Of course.
Lids and Tops,
Yes,
man.
sir.
That's a great collaboration. So Topps is doing a really cool promotion here at Fanatics Fest. They have these special Cactus Jack boxes. Huh? They're not for sale. I'm gonna rip it. So, which is a very bad financial decision, but got to do it for the content. These things right now are selling on eBay for like $2,000. People are flipping these. You're better off probably flipping it. However, that's not going to be good content. If I just buy that box and just sell it on eBay, what's going to be much better content is if I open it for you right now. So let's go find a spot to do that. Make some noise!
Jeff Wilson versus Mojo Sports, let's go!
1 pack. Here we go.
Wait, there's 2, I think.
2 packs.
We got 2
Even
packs.
better. All right, I'm gonna do my first pack first. Here we go.
All right, what do you got?
Right off the bat, I got Shohei.
No! How do you do that?
I'm so good. I'm so good. What do we got next? Junior Caminero rookie card.
You just got called up.
Not bad, not
just
bad,
got
not
called
bad. Here we go. Imanaga. I'm doing good so far. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it numbered. I got it numbered. I got it numbered. Who is it?
No.
Raphael Devers, number 10. All right. Let's see your first pack.
All right, first card. We got Wyatt Langford! All right, who do we got next? Ooh, Jason Dominguez, New York, baby.
Okay.
Who do we got? Ellie De La Cruz! Hey! Last one. Bobby Witt number! Out of 25, Jeff!
That's not
Oh,
good.
come on, you're going
But
down.
I got one more pack.
We got 1 pack left. We need your energy, guys.
All right, here. Actually, you go first.
He wants me to go first?
You go first.
Boo.
Set the bar.
What do we got? What do we got? We got Ichiro. Kevin Scott! Oh! Yo! That's gotta be an automatic win. That's a win. Is that a win?
Hold on. Oh, I might have one too.
All right, here we go. What do we got? Hank Aaron. Oh, I got a number. All right. Kyle Tucker out of 25! It's over.
Yamamoto. Polsky. Let's go. Jackson Churio.
All right, last chance. No.
I got
Oh,
two
no.
numbered cards.
Oh shoot! I think you got something huge. I think.
JC Dominguez, number to 5. Let's go.
All right. Are you kidding me?
And a Willie Mays to 25.
All right, who wants a free bag? Let's go! Let's go! That was insane.
Actually, that was insane. Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Dude, that was so much fun.
Shout
That's
out-
it for Fanatics Fest. But we'll see you back soon with another great episode. Make sure to like and
What he
subscribe.
said. What he said.
Take care.